first to the get. He was the only man I knew as my father. And I wasn't connected with the family at all. So when I did 23andMe, Ancestry, I think I did another test. I've done several tests. And when I realized nobody had the same last name as me in my DNA, I did research, found out that my father was Amish. And he was on Rumspringa, and he was traveling the country, and met my mom. I actually thank my mom for I wouldn't be here today. So the rewarding thing, and so I ended up hiring a genealogist. They're Amish. They're not on Instagram. I hired a private investigator genealogist. If anybody needs one, I've got one on speed dial. And my real father passed away almost 2 years before I found this news. So I'll never meet him. But he left me with 9 half siblings. Wow. And that's really where the blessing comes in. You got reached out. That's really where the magic, I think, happens. That's what I tell people. I have 9 half siblings that love me. I met him for the first time last October, and I've been to Indiana to see him 3 times since. It's special. My genealogist told me that, when they do the investigation, they confirm the evidence of who your parent is, they send a letter. I get to write the letter, and then my genealogist writes a letter and shows evidence, like, this is your kid. And her word to me was like, just take it easy. It can be bittersweet. You either get some that are like, yay, or some that are like, or maybe there's some shame around it. But turns out, I guess my dad would have loved to have met me. Everyone said, he had 9 other kids. I don't think he would have had an issue with me. So, it can be a special thing, and at the same time, it can go the other way. But at the end of the day, I think it's important that you find out. So I think everyone here should be taking an ancestry test. And 23andMe is great for health stuff. So
I have a question, because I sort of think of the Amish as, Tom, you were saying the Italians don't need. So who on your Amish side?
Yeah.
So my genealogist told me that than anyone she ever seen in the history of her time. Because the Amish have lots of kids, and not all of them stay Amish. And so those fingers of DNA, and so obviously none of my family had done a DNA test, but she's also a private investigator. So she matched my DNA. She found this group in Indiana that, she had the closest DNA to me based off of however she connected. I don't know how to do it. And my father was the only person that had visited Arizona from this town, Indiana. So she had factual evidence of the whole thing.
There you go.
Do you have any questions?
That's a great story.
All right. I'll be around.